Hi guys, I'm Laura Vitale, and in this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I'm going to show you how to make a delicious summer flatbread that I'm topping it with ricotta, burrata, grilled peaches, hot honey. It is just like, it is the vibe for summer. It screams casual yet fabulous. It screams luxury yet ease. It is exactly how we are going to be living our best life this summer, and I'm thrilled to share it with you. I'm going to show you how to make a homemade flatbread simply because in all of these videos, I always want you to take away something that's not always just an assembly line, right? You could absolutely buy any store-bought pre-made flatbread and it would work just as well, but we are gonna make a homemade version because it's easy. It takes me no time. I always have the ingredients on hand, and I do think it's just a slight bit better. Let's get started. I'm gonna do this in my standing mixer. To some all-purpose flour, I'm going to add some granulated sugar. To the sugar, I'm going to add some yeast. This is instant yeast. Now, a flatbread, to me, I always put a pinch of yeast in my flatbread dough, but it's not as risen or as soft as like bread or pizza dough. It's much thinner. It's just right. Trust me on that. So I'm gonna get this going. And once it starts to incorporate, right? You notice I didn't add any salt just yet. I'm gonna add my warm water. Once I'm adding my warm water in, my nonna last year told me to add my salt. I'm also adding a tablespoon of olive oil. My nonna last year told me to add my salt once my water is halfway combined. I don't know why, but I do as I'm told, okay? And then I just carefully do one of these. I add the salt as it mixes around, and I'm just gonna let this knead until it comes together, about 3 to 4 minutes on medium speed. Dough is ready, and I went ahead and just split it into 2 equal-ish pieces. Now, you will be tempted in the very beginning to add more water because you'll feel like it's too dry and it's never going to come together, but it will. You're just going to have to give it, give it a chance. Okay, that looks fantastic. I just sort of pull them into some discs. Excuse me. So sorry about that. Sorry. Have you noticed I'm wearing it on my right, which is very unlike me? Okay, and I'm just gonna put it in a baking dish. I just went ahead and put a little bit of parchment paper and some olive oil to keep it from forming a crust or sticking. I'm just gonna cover these with some plastic wrap. You can tell that's mine, that's Joe's. I mean, you can tell, right? Just saying. I'm gonna go ahead and cover these, and they need to rest for about an hour, and then I will show you what they look like when they're there. We will move on to the next step. All right, I'm just slicing some peaches. I would twist, but they're quite soft and I don't want to mangle my peach, so I'm just going to cut around it. Yellow peaches is what I prefer, but I will not tell you what you can and cannot do. I just simply will not. If you like different things, you could do plums here, you could do nectarines, you could even do apricots. That would be really delicious, but I think some nice, yummy sweet peaches. Oh, that one slit right in half would be lovely. I've got my oven preheated to 500, and I also have my pizza stone in here, in there preheating right alongside. And I'm just going to, I am really mangling this, don't mind me. It'll be delicious regardless, I promise you. I have my pizza steel preheating in there along with preheating the oven. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I've got a grill pan here, preheating. I will be honest with you, I have but I've had maybe the most success doing this right on my grill. If you follow me, you see me grilling pizzas and flatbreads on my grill all the time because I find it to be the easiest thing. It is literally almost foolproof, right? You grill your veggies, your peaches, whatever, and then you put your flatbread on top, and then you cook it and you top it and you eat it, and it's lovely. I just tossed the peaches with just a tiny, tiny bit of light olive oil. I'm gonna pop them on there. I just want them to get nice little grill marks, and they'll also soften slightly, which I want, so they're not too hard. That one's too big. Hold on, let me cut that in half. And now I'm gonna go ahead and get these on, get them grilled, get them out of my way, and then we're gonna get ready to work on our flatbread. on a lightly floured surface. Now, you know, I put my dough. You know, I typically roll my pizza out by hand, but we're going for flatbread here. We are going for just about same thickness. I'm not looking for a big border or any of that. I just pretty much want it to be all the same thickness, the same size, right? I'm just gonna do this in like a ovally round shape. I like it thin, but I don't like it see-through, but I like it thin. That's what makes a flatbread in my opinion. Otherwise, I might as well just make a pizza. You know what I'm saying? So I just take my time and I get this as nice and flat as I feel like I need it to be. It's hard to give you like a real measurement. You just are gonna have to go by look and feel here. And I told you that I had a pizza stone, actually it's a baking steel, in my oven, preheating alongside the oven, basically. And that's about ready. It's at 500 degrees. And to transport this whole thing, I typically would use a pizza peel, but because I'm gonna bake this on parchment paper just for ease, I'm gonna show you how I do it. If you don't have a pizza peel, I just take a pizza pan. You can use a baking sheet. It won't matter to me. I'm just gonna move that out of the way. And I literally plonk it right on there, just like that. And then the whole thing goes into the oven. The whole thing meaning, you'll see. There we go. The whole thing meaning baking sheet, parchment paper, not the baking sheet. I need my phone because I need a timer. That's gonna go in there 5 minutes. Now, timer. Now, I'm gonna top it in 5 minutes. I'm gonna pull it out, poke out all the holes. I'm gonna top it with a little ricotta and a little garlic all-purpose seasoning. I just feel like it gives it just enough flavor. And then when it comes out, we're gonna do burrata. We're gonna do the grilled peaches. We're gonna do some hot honey. We're gonna do a little arugula. It is the epitome of how I want to live my summer. I want it to be effortless. I want it to be fabulous. I want it to be delicious. I want it to be abundant, but I want it to be easy. So once that has its 5 minutes, I'm gonna pull it out, and then we'll move on to the next step. I'm actually not gonna make the second one tonight because I'm gonna save that to shoot a reels with it. It's been 5 minutes. You want to deflate all those holes, and yes, I pushed out too far in the back of the oven, but it's all good, don't worry. And I just take a little ricotta, whole milk ricotta, please. You can also do a little shredded mozz here, but because I'm gonna be topping it with some burrata, I am not going to. But you could, if you wanted to. I just think a little creaminess goes a long way as your base. And like I said, you can do this whole thing on the grill. And it is pretty fantastic, and it's so easy, and you can make small ones, and imagine how nice it is if you've got people already at your house. I think doing little things like that when people are already over is so fun, and it's just, it sends the mood. It sets the mood in the right way. It says, we're casual, calm down, relax, take a load off, you know? And then I do a little bit of olive oil, and I'm going to pop this back into the oven. Another 5 minutes or so. Won't take super long. Took the parchment out that time because it was easier. How gorgeous. Look at this. Crispy. Ow! Hot. Beautiful. Take your peaches. Again, could be nectarines. Could be plums. Could be whatevers. It doesn't matter. You know what else is really good too? Don't turn your nose at what I'm about to say. But if you put some cherries on here, if you like put the cherries literally in like a grilling basket and just throw it onto the grill or just pop them into the oven so they soften, really sublime, okay? I scatter some arugula around just for a little bit of green. You could, right now, if you wanted to, add a little prosciutto. That would be phenomenal. Or cooked crispy bacon, delicious as well. I've done that. Really anything, a little pancetta, whatever your heart desires. And then, dun, 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 dun. Look at that. You know that is going to be good. Look at that. And then I'm going to show you what I drizzle over the top of that. I make my own hot honey because I always have chili sauce of some sort, and I just find that it's one less thing for me to have to buy. A little pep, like so, like that. Pinch of salt, because it needs it. Let me tell you, okay? Look at how it stays, okay? This is a flatbread, okay? I'm not gonna turn it upside down, but that is a flatbread. A flatbread should have no flop. Pizza should have a layer of flop. However, if a flatbread has a flop, it's a pizza. This is a flatbread for you. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a slice. Mouth is salivating. The crunch. I know you hear it. I know. I want this piece right here. Look at this. Okay? Okay? Listen. Wow. 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 Absolutely incredible. The sweetness of the peach, the creaminess of the burrata, the sharpness of the arugula, which is so needed, and the slight heat from the hot honey. Listen, I'm just saying, make this only for those you don't mind having around, because they will come back time after time. Oh, it's so good. LaurieInTheKitchen.com. Let's go. Beyond. I'll see you next time. Bye.